in Paris.
Heavy rain is in store for Scotland and northern England, days after strong 106-mile-an-hour winds.
More than 70 speeding tickets have been issued in Carlisle, including one to a driver travelling 55 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. More unsettled weather is due to hit Scotland and northern England again after 106-mile-an-hour winds struck the area. This is thanks to a weather bomb of explosively low pressure that has stormed through the Atlantic and over the UK. We will have the full weather forecast for you later on in the programme.
More than 70 speeding tickets have been issued to drivers in a neighbourhood in Carlisle, including one to a driver travelling 55 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. A police spokesperson said we will continue to target these areas and drivers who break the speed limit.
3 people are in hospital with serious injuries after being stabbed at a railway station in Paris. The attack at the major travel hub Gare de Lyon ended when police arrested a suspect.
The attack happened at around 7:35 a.m. local time, and the victims, as we understand at the moment, are currently undergoing surgery.
Paris Police Chief Laurent Nunez has said the attack does not appear to be terror-related and has described the attacker as appearing to suffer from mental health issues. TV presenter Jonnie Irwin has died at the age of 50. He presented Channel 4's A Place in the Sun and the BBC's Escape to the Country and was diagnosed with terminal cancer in 2020. He'll be sorely missed.
England's Red Roses got off to a rocky start at the Six Nations against Italy, but still managed to pull off a victory like they did against Fiji and Samoa. They won 27 points to 24 and will face Wales on February 10.
Sky is planning to cut about 1,000 jobs in the UK this year as the media group moves towards more internet-based services. It is understood a significant number will be engineers as fewer people require satellite dishes to be installed at home.
Sky currently employs about 26,000 people in the UK, and the cuts announced on Tuesday represent about 4% of its workforce. The rise in digital products on offer means many customers can now set up new services without any assistance.
A Sky spokesperson said increasingly customers are choosing Sky Glass and Sky Stream, which don't require specialist installation, and that has led us to change the number of roles we need to deliver our services. Affected employees will now enter a consultation period before any final decisions are made.
More than 1,000 migrants have arrived in the UK so far this year, crossing the English Channel. Home Office figures showed more than 300 people made the journey at the weekend, with 112 recorded in 2 boats on Saturday and 276 on Sunday in 5 boats.
The highest number to cross in a single day so far this year was 358 in 8 boats on January the 17th. It now takes the provisional total for this year to date to 1,057.
Meanwhile, peers in the House of Lords have voted 206 to 84, a majority of 122, against a motion designed to block the government's Safety of Rwanda Asylum and Immigration Bill.
Let's check out the weather forecast for Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland and the East Midlands region.
Let's go to Northern Ireland first, and all areas here have showers, with Enniskillen and Belfast having the high of 10 degrees Celsius.
Same situation for the East Midlands region, with Nottingham, Leicester and Northampton having the high of 13 degrees Celsius.
Not very good weather for Wales either, with Cardiff, Llandudno and Wrexham having the high of 12 degrees Celsius.
As mentioned earlier in the news bulletin, Scotland not long recovered from the 106-mile-an-hour winds, and heavy rain is forecast for all of this area. Inverness will go down to -1 degree Celsius tomorrow night, and Edinburgh has the high of 9 degrees Celsius. Okay, we have just had breaking news coming in from Northern Ireland that Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill has just made history after she was appointed Northern Ireland's first nationalist First Minister.
The DUP's Emma Little Pengelly has been appointed Deputy First Minister, and the return of power sharing follows the Democratic Unionist Party ending its boycott over post-Brexit trade rules.
For more on this, we are joined now by our political reporter, Sian Jones, who joins us on the line from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Sian, can you tell us more about this?
Good evening, Tom and Ben. And yes, Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill has just made history after she was appointed Northern Ireland's first nationalist and Republican First Minister. She told the Assembly chamber it was a historic day which represented a new dawn. Emma Little Pengelly, off of the Democratic Unionist Party, has been appointed Deputy First Minister. The DUP had boycotted devolved government in Northern Ireland for 2 and a bit years now over post-Brexit checks, most notably the Northern Ireland Protocol, which saw checks on goods going between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. But after striking a fresh deal with the government, they agreed to go back into power sharing. Could you remind our viewers how devolved government in Northern Ireland works? Well, under power sharing rules, devolved government in Northern Ireland can only operate on a cross-community basis with the involvement of both Unionists and Nationalists. And similar to the cabinet at Westminster in London, the Northern Ireland Executive is the decision-making body for Northern Ireland and has powers to legislate on many areas, which is something similar to that of Wales and Scotland.
And finally, who's doing what?
Naomi Long from the Alliance Party is Justice Minister, Conor Murphy from Sinn Féin is Economy Minister, former First Minister Paul Givan from the DUP is Education Minister, Gordon Lyons from the DUP is Communities Minister, Robin Swan from the Ulster Unionist Party, UUP, is Health Minister, John O'Dowd from Sinn Féin is Infrastructure Minister, Kiva Archibald from Sinn Féin is Finance Minister, Andrew Muir from the Alliance Party will serve as Agriculture, Environment and Rural Affairs Minister, and Sinn Féin's Aisley Rayleigh and the DUP's Pam Cameron will serve as junior ministers in the Executive Office. Meanwhile, the Social Democratic and Labour Party, or SDLP, which is the fifth largest party in the Northern Ireland Assembly with 8 Assembly members, did not qualify to be part of the Executive and instead has gone into opposition. The leader of the opposition, SDLP Assembly member Matthew O'Toole, said the party wanted to make the institutions work effectively for the people of Northern Ireland.
Okay, that was our political reporter, Sean Jones. Sean, thank you so much for joining us. Let's now reflect back at the headlines. Tom and Ben News United Kingdom. Here is our top stories today. 3 people are stabbed at a railway station in Paris.
Heavy rain is in store for Scotland and Northern England, days after strong 106-mile-an-hour winds.
More than 70 speeding tickets have been issued in Carlisle, including one to a driver travelling 55 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Well, that's all the news today. Thanks so much for watching. 60 Seconds returns tomorrow, so please make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on, and we shall see you next week.